Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I think the dogs are on the couch behind me, mostly napping for sure. Yeah, there's baby Gypsy. You can see the back of her in her little pink nightgown and Rooney's little ear. If you just found me and I'm not live, go ahead and skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message at the end of all these lives that I do for tarot. Not sure how long I'll be here. I'm pretty beat. But I'm going to put some things in chat. Maybe somebody will come by. Hey, Veronica, can you hear me? Happy Election Day. I was contemplating whether getting online. I wasn't even sure anybody would be around. Me too. Me too. So I just thought I would come by. Live from the couch. It's Tuesday night.
Good night.
Good night, Frank and Dad. Okay. It just seemed like incredibly slow all day. I don't know if it was just the
Talking to me?
I'm talking to the ghosts.
I'm serious.
No. I'm talking to Veronica on YouTube.
Okay.
It just seemed like it was an incredibly slow day. How have I been? Let's see. Tired, sneezy, embarrassed. I really just want to lock myself up and put the I want to be alone sign up on the door. I mean, I just. I had a pretty good day overall, though. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just allergic to fall. How's fall looking up there? It just kind of hit us. Where like all the acorns and the trees are falling and it's a little bit cooler. Hey Pam Bear, how are you, sweetheart? Happy Election Day. So how's school treating you? Did you have school today? I couldn't imagine going back to school. I'm glad you're having a good day, Pam. Have we ever talked about what you're going to school for? can't remember if we talked about that. I know. I think of you every day when I wake up, because I think of it myself. Oh, you're on fall break at college. Okay. So I guess only a few more weeks until winter solstice. Okay, med degree. I had another friend talking about their med school as well. So I don't know if you've told me or not, but maybe I think this is the first time we've talked about it. I was just thinking of going like back to bed and then wake up and start the whole work day over again. Because it just seemed like today just felt so slow everywhere I went. Work was slow, the gas pump was slow, the cash register, the market was slow. Everyone was driving slow. Yeah, I had a couple 4-cylinders right up on my 8-cylinder trying to cut me off. Like, who and why does somebody with a 4-cylinder car think they can drive faster than an 8-cylinder? It just doesn't make any sense. I'll just let them cut me off anyways. So I don't want anyone to hit the car. But every once in a while, I get those punks that run for their 4-cylinder money. The funniest thing that I saw this year is that police chase that I posted about the neighbor that used to live upstairs. Thinking he could outrun 10 Dodge Chargers in a 4-cylinder with bad tires. Oh, I think the vibe has been pretty tense here. I mean, all the neighbors that could left to go to their homes in the woods, afraid of uncivil war in the streets. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? It's been uncivil war now for a long time. Nothing we need to worry about too much. I think people have remained pretty civil to each other despite the uncivil war that's going on. My neighbors called me today and said that they had gotten to their cabin safe. And I was like, it's pretty chill here. I don't know what they were expecting. I guess the future is ours to see. Oh, yeah, maybe. But I think they outlawed the guillotine in 1918, at least in this country. I think they did the last lynching here, or was it the first lynching here? It had to have been the last lynching. I think it was one of the last lynchings, but they used to like have a historical monument there where it happened in Marietta, and they took it all down and built a Waffle House. Isn't that weird? Not that I want to remember where the last lynching was ever in Georgia. I mean, it is pretty creepy to me to be from the South and see, like, you know, cities built on top of Indian burial mounds and, you know, point out lynching trees that either do exist or didn't exist or did exist, and they took them down because they were lynching trees. And it's a weird place down here in the South, but I think it was even more weird to go vote excuse me, in the Congressional District 6. It's just crazy. I used to live in Boston, digging myself out of 15 feet of snow to go to school, catch the bus. First got to walk to the square, and then you got to walk to the bus stop in the square, and then you have to take that bus across town to the next town to get a train, to get a trolley, to get to school or get to work. I really miss living on the beach where it snows. That was pretty cool. Very different from growing up on the West Coast. Well, I know what you mean about California and New York. In regards to Atlanta, it's been pretty, well, it's been pretty civil so far. Atlanta saved everybody last time, so I highly expect it to be a repeat again. Okay, well, that's cool to know. So I guess at midnight my ballot was accepted. But when was my ballot accepted? You know, I turned my ballot in days ago. I hope it will still be counted. At least yesterday when I looked, it seemed that it had been counted already, but now I'm getting a text saying it was accepted. I don't know, I heard something about them holding some ballots, some votes after 7 p.m. that come to them, but hopefully they're not going to hold mine. I don't know if Georgia's that kind of state or not. Gosh, I kind of wish I did live in California again. Yeah, I crushed my way to a ballot box, which was actually a ballot bag. Isn't that interesting? A ballot bag. And I was like, kind of like, you know, let's just say I was surprised when I got there to drop off my ballot, and one girl looked like she was doing laundry and getting ready to put a wig on, and the other one actually had a Ronald McDonald red wig, but it was like a really long red wig. It was weird, yo. It was fucking weird. And then they give me this bag like, here, put your ballot in here. It's like, okay. But first fill all this crap out so we can make sure you're you. It was just weird. Like, I've never had that kind of experience before. Usually it's like, oh, let's go on down to the church now and cast our vote. Yeah, I feel like you're right, Veronica. It was, it was interesting, the things that were on the Georgia ballot. But I'm glad that they offered me the option to not have to fill all the stuff out. Just what was important to me as a person in general. Yeah, and they've mostly called Georgia a purple state for many years. Like Florida, you can clearly see it's red. Alabama, you can clearly see it's been quite blue. I would have to say in the last couple of years. I haven't looked today though. Tennessee, well, sadly, Tennessee has been taken hostage by the GOP with a illegal stockpile of guns. And let's see, the Carolinas. I'd have to look today after the hurricane to see what's going on with them politically, but Georgia's mostly been purple. It wouldn't be really nice to, see an interesting change in some things, yeah, unintentionally. But it's so interesting. It's so interesting how much Georgia has pushed the last couple of elections to the point of no return, considering that the state of Georgia is the most reclusive state of all the states in the whole country. I mean, you'd think it would be like Colorado, right? You'd think it'd be like one of them. I don't want to ever fucking go to their no fucking nowhere state because it's weird and probably nothing nowhere there either. Like it would freak me out. Like I would be afraid I'd get eaten by Bigfoot or aliens, but at the same time, I live in the state that like you will find that probably more so than like in those states that you'd imagine they would be in. Like to think that there are so many people that can sway this vote in any, uh, general election, but yet it's so reclusive. Like it's so, what's the word? Like deliverance. Like, okay, here's Atlanta, but it's so vast and it's wildlife with like little to nothing from here all the way to South Georgia. It's weird. It's weird. Like that's weird to me. Whereas like Florida seems overly populated. The other states I've lived in, Massachusetts, California, it's like it seems very overpopulated. The city I live in feels overpopulated, but you get outside of Atlanta, it's kind of like those rural towns outside of the middle Tennessee. Like it's like, where are we? It's like the Twilight Zone. It's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get. Be careful. You could get lost in Alabama or Floribama. I've never really lived outside of Fulton County or DeKalb County. I lived in Cherokee County for a little bit, but I'm not sure I could imagine living in like some of the other surrounding counties. Not enough beach and too many creepy woods. Too many creepy people. I know, right? So I don't have the spirit box tonight because I did not charge the batteries. Because I don't know why. And I can't find the batteries for the REM pod, so I should probably take that stuff off of. Let's take that stuff off of the special for today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think everybody's just probably already like either glued to their TVs or their phones watching the election, or they're out or they're asleep. I don't know about the West Coast. I mean, it's still pretty gnarly on the West Coast, so Molly's doing pretty good. She was here last Friday. I'm gonna edit the live we did and put up some of the different stuff we did that night pretty soon here. Yeah, but like I want to try to find I have like a backup case of charged. Trust me, I'm never without batteries. It's just about finding them in the what the fuck piles. And just know the batteries are somewhere around here. And I always keep a charge, like a backup charge, at least 3 AAA batteries. I just gotta find them. They gotta be here somewhere. I spend a lot of time organizing and putting things away. And sadly, I'm like one of those people where I clean and then I lose things. And I have to tear everything apart again to find what I want. I'm trying to kind of avoid like having like it being like that going into 2025. Like, so as I go through like all the boxes that I've got for my arts and crafts stuff or like my music stuff, I've been labeling it. I did have a good birthday. I did. We played with the Ouija board. We ate some crystals. I know you're probably like, crystals? But crystals are those little tiny like slider burgers. It's kind of like White Castle, but it's 100 times better. And they don't have crystals where she lives in Houston. So we got some chili cheese puffs. We got some corn puffs. We got some crystal burgers. It was disgusting. And then I don't know, she wasn't feeling very good. she's been on Manjaro for a while, and then they kind of cut her off of it. So now she has her appetite back. So I think just her body going from not eating as much as she used to all the way to like going back to like, oh, I've got my eating, I've got my like want to and need to eat again back. I think she might have just overeaten a little bit too much. In between that and the food and the cake, you know, because it's her insulin that like probably went off, and she's like started to not feel well. So we did do the Estes method, which was fun. We did play with the Ouija board. Hey Liz, how are you, sweetheart? But it was so strange because that night when we were doing our Estes method here on the couch, she was sitting next to me, and I was of course blindfolded and had the headphones on, but I kept feeling like this bang, 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 like in front of me on the couch. It wasn't the dog, it wasn't her, she wasn't moving, I wasn't moving. So I'm interested to go back and see what was going on around me, because I couldn't open my eyes and look. I couldn't hear anything around me. Maybe it was the dog, I don't know. But I reached out for it, but I never felt the dog there in front of me during the Estes method. But I guess she's gonna go visit a friend in North Carolina this weekend, and then she's gonna go and have surgery on her foot again right before Thanksgiving. I don't know, maybe she'll come back around for New Year's. Because I wanted to go to the botanical gardens, but she had to go home. She wasn't feeling well. Oh yeah, the botanical gardens. I've never been. I've always wanted to be. I've always like seen it from the outside looking in. I know they always do something different for each season. Yes, I remember that night someone sounded like it was outside the window. And it's so interesting because the other night, the last live I did, which I think was Sunday. Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. It was windy and the acorns and the branches were just coming down on the roof. It sounded so creepy. It was so fucking creepy. And I kept hearing like creatures walking outside of the window and owls landing on branches and hooing outside. It was like extra fucking haunted and weird. I'm wearing a Rooney Band t-shirt. If there's any good spirits that want to come hang out with us tonight, then please let us know that you are in the area. We would love to know. You touch this room, obviously. Uh-oh. Let's see if it'll stop. Okay, it did stop. Awesome. Okay, you should be able to see it back there. Oh yeah, you're watching The Matrix right on.
Power off.
Power off.
Now in SB7 mode.
Okay. If there's any good spirits that want to chat with us. Hi. How many of you are there tonight? What tour was this t-shirt? Let's see if I can see it in here. Spirit, what's your name? How many spirits are there? It's the Cosmic Interlude Tour, Veronica. Hey, Texas Taurus, Texas Tyrannosaurus Rex, how are you? You have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you better go to bed before Mrs. Texas Toast spanks you. Please don't get angry at me, Mrs. Texas Toast. I'm only here to help. She's got a basketball game in the morning. That's cool. Yeah, he's got like 5 kids, including the dogs. She can spank me, but it won't happen. You can manifest it. You can manifest it. You've manifested other things. Just imagine it. Oh, you have 3 birds. I couldn't do birds again if I tried. Why is my organ? Help! How can we help you, Spirit? I'm gonna write that book on Audible. I'm gonna dedicate it to you, Texas, and your wife. It's gonna be a how-to book. How to manifest a blowjob. Not just from any random chick, but your wife. Oh. God. Yeah. Shame on YouTube for taking down good old-fashioned sexual education. You know, there used to be some really great sexual education videos on YouTube, believe it or not, you guys. All the way from, you know, not only sexual health, but, you know, fun stuff that you could try with your partner. And I think it'd be difficult to find any of that anymore. Like, is the grapefruiting video a thing still? Let's look. I mean, if fried cow vagina is a thing, and fried rats, how to cook that up? Oh, wow, it's here. Now, it's not on her account anymore, but I'm just so surprised that any of it's here. Well, I'm going to link you guys to this, and y'all can have fun with it. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, Metal Rain. You know, I'm just thinking about you. Because I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at your email now. And we're going to talk about it. If you have time. I don't know. I haven't watched this link here. I'm wondering if it's as graphic as the original. I mean, at 53 seconds. Welcome to my tarot show. Where you can learn about sexual education.
Normally, you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but I wanted to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited. When you grapefruit your man, it's going to feel as if you are giving him head and fucking him at the same time. No better feeling would he ever get than being grapefruited. You need to, of course, have a grapefruit. If you are allergic to grapefruit or can't use a grapefruit for your medication, you can always suck his dick, just like you said you were going to do.
No! No! No!
So they did edit it out.
Oh, hell no!
So this is a parody of it. Oh, God. The world is strange. So she actually used to teach you how to not only just do the grapefruiting, but many other things. And not just teaching women how to pleasure their man, but teaching men how to pleasure their woman too. But it looks like a lot of the videos on her are all parodied. They're all parodies now, which is such a shame. I also can't find a couple other accounts that were on YouTube that used to share that kind of stuff, which sucks, but it's okay. Go into your email, Metal Rain. Just looking for it. That is not the window I want. It's also not the window I want. Like, I have episode 2 here, Metal Rain, right? I have it loaded up in front of me, but I could not find, like, the email where the links for Eliana's music was. I don't know if I missed that. I don't know if that was a different email. I just could never find them. Like, I thought it was all sent in the same email. Oh, I see live performance here. I got it. Give me one sec. Why would she be embarrassed? This sounds great. Oh, thank you, Pam. I love you, honey. It's gonna buy Travis 4 salads. Thank you. I think that she could be an even better singer. I think the drummer's overdoing it. The drummer really carried her well, though. They thought the act was kissing and they won't get pregnant. Basically, the boy she was. Oh, wow. Shouldn't go to the party on Saturday. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much for your donation. I will be giving that to Travis's mom when YouTube will give it to me. I think finally we should be up like $5 more. We should be to 100 finally after all these months. And I'm gonna give it to Glenda. If they give it to me this month, I'll give it to her. She was feeling very sick because she stopped doing meth. Oh, good. Yay. We need to get her some Organite. That's what she needs is Organite. Good night, Frank and Dad. I love you.
It's 1:17. You better get some rest.
I will.
Now stay up all night.
I won't.
You know what was under my shoe?
What was under your shoe, Daddy?
A leaf from outside.
A leaf from outside, okay. I had gum stuck to my shoe the other day. I was so upset. I was like, no. It was pretty gross to clean off. Yeah, all YouTube ad revenue and the donations go to Travis so that I can send the money to his mom, who can send the money to the U.S. Embassy, the U.S. State Department. She sends the money to them. They send it to the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. Somebody goes and picks the money up, puts it in their bank, and buys him food and has it sent to the penal colony. He might get a package once a month. So the YouTube donations through the super thank you, super sticker, super chat, that kind of stuff, that goes to Travis. Whereas like when somebody buys a reading, that's what I use to help feed us and pay some bills. Hopefully after I get some of the stuff with my website finished and some of my other projects wrapped up this month, hopefully there'll be a little bit more income coming in and a little bit more time on YouTube to spend on the working on the Chammy. Well, I hope that she'll stay off meth because meth is bad for you. Meth is gross. I also started a GoFundMe for Travis, but the GoFundMe is more for like, oh shit, what are we going to do when he comes back and he has nothing? So I put a little GoFundMe together for him so that I could see if I could raise at least $10,000 for him so that if he does come home, when he does come home, I don't know, his sentence is 13 years. He just has only served 3 months of it. So I don't know. They didn't bring him home this summer with Evan and Paul, but he's also been appealing his case. And you have to be done with your trial. Done, finished with it, nada. That's it. Before they'll bring you home. And he's trying to lead a horse to water or something and make it drink. And you can't lead a horse to water and make it drink. So hopefully she'll stay off meth. And yes, episode 2. Let me make sure I've got it here on my computer. Is that the name of her band? Is Gashed? It looks like a pretty gross place she played. I wouldn't want to play that place. And I've played some pretty gross places. So, of course, she felt probably very uncomfortable. So I have documents shared with you. I have Bromance set on October 26th. But I thought that you sent part 2, episode 2, like after Eliana's. Got the baking soda book. Frozen hot chocolate. Okay, it's episode 2. I see it. Come and knock at your door. Come and knock at my door. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. Remember how strange it was to watch some of those episodes where they would get so weird because it was 2 girls and 1 guy living together. It's so fun. It's probably so funny to our generation because that is just so normal for people of the same gender to live together now and not even be in a relationship. Yeah, Travis is still alive. I don't get to talk to him, but he's still alive from what I hear. I mean, talk to his mom. I've been wanting to do some social media for him, but it can be a little bit difficult when politics come into play, and a little bit difficult when you have a lot of ideas, but you don't really know what to say because you're not sure if there's somebody out there who's like, well, maybe you shouldn't say that. But it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to keep his story relevant, I have to talk about his story that is, around popular relevant subjects by talking about those relevant subjects and being like, oh, by the way. So it becomes a little bit difficult, and then of course, running a campaign like that for somebody, and you go and Google his name, or you go and search the story, and half of the truth is up, and you're trying to share the truth, but it's really I just kind of feel like kind of a little bit on my own. I mean, I know that the Foley Foundation is helping, but it's like they could give me a little bit guidance, whereas I just kind of have this outline of what to do and what not to do, and it's sort of like, well, thanks, legal team. Thanks for doing nothing for $2,000 a month. Thanks. I mean, I'm not trying to complain, but I am kind of complaining because at the same time, like, I think that there's certain things that could be going on that are not going on and not happening because A, I'm not there with his mom every day. Do you know what I'm saying? B, she's 75 years old. C, how do you make people who are in their 20s and 30s and 40s relate to somebody who might be 75? Well, it's about Travis. It's not about her. So it's like he drew this little character of himself. So I'm going to be using that kind of like as like an avatar in place of him on these different like social media pages about keeping his story out there to the public and the truth. But it's like he needs far more than just me. He needs PR, and he needs legal representation, and he needs, she doesn't have any of that for him. So I have this long list of stuff I need to do for him, but he seems to think that, appealing the case is going to get him a lot further than, say, just getting on with the sentence that they've given him. Hey, sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Hi, kitty pie. You okay? Mm-hmm. What's a lavender marriage? I'm okay, sweetheart. I'm just hanging out with the dogs and hanging out with y'all. I am about to go AFK for a moment because I got to get a tissue. Had something with my allergies going on all day. Like, I feel like I'm going to sneeze like 6 times. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, when a gay and straight woman marry for benefits? Oh. Oh, okay. All right. I'll have to remember that. So what do they call it if 2 girlfriends who are not gay get married for benefits? What's that called? Is that a lilac wedding? I think I'll just take one white wedding, even if the partner's already been married before. It's divorce. No? You want to turn on the fan?
Down for your beds. What are you doing out here?
Hey, I'm back. I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. I can't believe it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Wow.
All right. I'm going to sleep this time.
All right. Good night, Dad. Love you. Oh my God, my phone was on sleep. I didn't even see the Cash App go by. I'm sorry. I'm all right. The world's all wrong. I'm going to try to not sneeze all over YouTube. I'm gonna say excuse me. Give me a number. Thank you, Veronica, for your donation. What are your questions, sweetheart? Yeah, I know how that feels, Veronica. What are you doing, dog? Come here. Come on. Please don't do that again. That was like not even cool. I'm back. Sorry about that. What does my dude think of my sense of style? Or something different? Okay. Supposed to do dinner again. Okay. I'm a little bit slow tonight. I apologize. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of cards on your question. If you can think of any other questions, feel free to share them. If you want a channeled message, let me know if you want it from the cards, an oracle card, a tarot card, a poem, a song. Oh, good night, Metal Rain. Sweet dreams, honey, when you get there. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. I gotta get up early, too. Spirit, what does Veronica need to know about what her person thinks of her sense of style? Does she need to know about that? So this person feels like your sense of style is definitely different from the other people that they know, that they hang out with. Could the tarot cards maybe give us an idea of what she needs to know about what Veronica's person thinks of her sense of style? So we've got dimensional shift and retreat. I feel like retreat card is saying that they might want to like see you in more comfortable clothes. But yet she's wearing a white dress. So, you know, we've gotten this before where this person might want to or think that you look good in that color or brighter colors. But they feel like you're somebody who definitely has a very different sense of style compared to maybe even what their sense of style or other people's sense of style is in this death card. I know I would certainly rather dress up like death than the clothes I retreat in more often than not. But the retreat card is interesting that it shows up showing that it's time like they feel like they would like they want to take you to dinner. Yeah, they like the way you dress. They think you're good at the way you dress. They hope you think they have a good sense of style. But I think that they'd also like to just see what it's like on the other side of things regarding you know, what would it be like if you guys were just hanging out in your sweats? Do you have any other questions that you want to ask? You want to check his feelings and his thoughts for you while we're here? Forgiving and learning. Something about seeing you again has, it's like forgiving the past and learning from the present. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments together. Oh, it's so interesting that you say that because I was just going to bring that up about the death card in regards to how death is dressed. Kind of in that Victorian kind of Edwardian I feel like out of all these, the Empress, the Emperor, I mean, maybe the Magician is about the only other one dressed just as nice. Do they notice any element of historical in clothing, Spirit? Yeah, I love that stuff. So you've got the sun and the moon. It's like day and night for them. They want to see what day's like, but they want to see what night is like too. Yeah, they sense that style. The aesthetics are important to you. They also appreciate that. Do you have any other questions you want to ask? Or what about a channeled message? We've got about 3 minutes left. When do you plan on seeing them again? Oh my God, my nose will not stop running. I'm going to put your reading on pause. I've got to get a tissue. Sorry. Right on. Gypsy. Come here, baby. Well, hi. Well, how are you guys? Hey, Precious. What are you doing? Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to elbow your forehead. Goodness, it wasn't too hard. What? I don't have any cookies. You want a channel message? Okay. We'll have to ask Spirit how they want to give it. Yeah? I'm sorry, you'll have to wait till morning for another cookie. Spirit, I got a question for you. I get a channeled message from Veronica's person for her spirit through the liminal, no, not the liminal space deck, the romance angels deck. I might have to just take some Benadryl and go to bed here in a minute. Because I don't know what I got into today. But my allergies are just out of this world. Ruby, what are you getting all growly about? Quit growling at Rooney. Trouble. Yeah, lots of trouble. Spirit, can we get a channeled message from Veronica's? You're talking baby close to you. Can we get a channeled message, Spirit, from the Romance Angels deck for Veronica, please? From her specific person. What would he tell her if he could right now, Spirit? What would he tell her if he could? Attraction and true love. And keep an open mind. You know, you might be somebody that they're keeping their mind open about you. They're not somebody who's typical for them. You're very different and unique compared to the other the usual expectations for him. So keep an open mind. They're keeping an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from their usual type and expectations. Like, I feel like if he could tell you, I feel like this is, you know, you're somebody I'm attracted to. You're somebody I feel like I could experience some kind of true love with in my life, really experience that. And I'm keeping an open mind about that because, you know, the expectations, it's like you're somebody who's get way out of their league for them and a lot different than what they're used to. Yeah, it's been pretty awful today. It's kind of felt like, I felt like I just have had post-nasal drip all day and a stuffy nose. I'm terribly allergic to, oh, that's what it is. So I'm terribly allergic to red oak trees. And the city came earlier this morning and they bring out this machine that doesn't mow the grass. It just picks up the leaves from the ground and it picks up the leaves from the ground, it chops them and then puts them back on the ground. Like, and it makes all this dust and everything. Ugh, that's what happened today. That's why I feel the way I feel. There's nothing wrong with somebody feeling like you're way out of their league. There's nothing wrong with somebody feeling like you're not their usual expectation and then being excited by that. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're definitely keeping an open mind about their, you know, their attraction and what they feel they can have with you. They want to enjoy that attraction they have for you. They want to enjoy it fully. You know, they don't want to lose out on a love of a lifetime. They want love too. I think everybody does. Yeah, and you will reflect what somebody that you like reflects. Strange as it may seem. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, does my specific person, you know, do they ever feel or think some of the things that I think and feel? Wow, I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired, and I've got to take that Benadryl, and hopefully I'll feel better in the morning. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. yeah, keep focusing on what you want. Really, it's I've been watching some new things that like I probably should have been looking at a lot sooner. Things I probably should have been updating myself on, or going back over in regards to Neville Goddard and things like that. And I feel like the more that we embody what we want, I've seen a lot of people, the more they embody what they want, who they want to be, the experiences they want to have, the more they show up. All right, I'm going to pull one liminal space deck card from the deck, see what it is for a free collective message. The passing of time. So what are y'all doing while you're passing the time? Maybe it's an answer, but not a solution. We get this a lot. I'll have to get the book out and study what that means in more detail. Oh my God, my nose is running. Excuse me, this is so embarrassing. I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams. Be good to yourself with your thoughts.